Yes. Hello. The one of the conditions or the ability to create or share or experience or receive full images of the new earth. I say it is a continuation of another ability, which is something that I recognize. It is the ability to move pictures from one person to another telepathically. You know, it's like you meet somebody who tells you about somewhere that they were, and they tell you a specific item was there, how it looked, what it smelled, what it looked like, and in an instant you will get a picture, a very good picture of what this person is showing you, really. And if this person is conscious of this ability to create imagery, virtual imagery, you can call it, or spiritual imagery, or mental imagery. There are many images you can create within yourself consciously, or recover a memory with this image. It can be an image of an understanding, of a sense of certain realm, a certain type of understanding that you can take and show it to somebody as an imagery, as a transportable image from one person to another, from one heart to another heart. It's possible. It exists. It is the one aspect of the common field. It is one it's also of the oneness consciousness. It's available. So this capacity, when you look into the discipline or the artwork that you a professional or somebody who have practiced with physical images, painting on the screen, on the canvas, in a video editor, but more so painters that work with very delicate materials like oil painting. So when you create imagery in a painting, you in fact practicing with this capacity on that level. It's a level that allows you to create all kinds of impressions, emotional impressions, structural, emotional, metaphysical, also mysterious. Painting can create a feeling. It depends on how developed the imagery, and where the sources of this imagery And there is also a possibility in painting to create a gate, an opening. There are more than one way to do it, but if one can create openings in a painting, this means for the viewer possibly will see through the opening, and very often to many different things. People will see in the picture the opening and will carry the opening. They will carry the first experience, what they saw at the first flash of look, yeah, and then this memory, which is the result of the work of the gate, should beyond what you saw before. This capacity itself will be carried. The person can carry it with him as what he benefited, what he earned of the artwork. So it is the something that painters maybe want to impress viewers with something that, with the material that they created and put in the painting. So there's also this to this, but relating to audience, different audience, eventually there are better audience, there are good audience, there are audience and there are non-audience. There are people that will look into imagery and they will not develop any reflection on it. They will never be able to see anything in it, maybe. But within those who do understand, or those who receive imagery, when you look around and you recognize, and sometimes people like this just pass you away. Sometimes they are clients to your artwork, and sometimes they're just around. You don't know why until you realize that they enjoy the game, the activity of passing imagery very much, because imagery is also allowing the evolution of imagery within myself, and then share it in this or another. So it creates an audience which also are able to work in this fields, and when I look at this from this perspective, so then I tell you a short story. Because it is so important that that people will be able to get the images of the new Earth, images of the new Earth. It's essential that we as a group of people who are capable to build a new world, who are here to, and we have to do it also, mainly, but please, it is taken, the ability to create an image very much is taken from a position of a person who feels totally rejected and disgusted by this culture. Because the perspective that you come with, for example, the ability to create imagery and to transfer imagery telepathically and have volume and quality and meaning to the imageries, and to create within this ability a new world and get downloads from higher sources who are doing just that, and connect with us. So just want to tell a short story how it happened, because for me, I look around many times and I see the activity through the paintings, because the activity through a studio of a painter that was here, or not here exactly, but in this on this planet 400 years ago. So this painter, he had a lot of activity. He was painting the guard of the queen. And the guard of the queen is many people that are part of the guard, and he takes each one to the studio and painting, drawing and painting, so to recognize his features, and then slowly moving to the bigger picture where all the guards are there. And in this small group of people that are involved with this painting of the guards of the queen, and there's one who is the husband of the queen. The husband of the queen is a fan. He's the one that likes this whole activity. This is what he's got to do, because the painting scene maybe many times happens in his own palace or least. So he goes down where the painter does the preparation and does the coloring, and meet and people sit sometimes hours in front of the painter so you can do them and get familiar with them. So within this crowd, this is husband of the queen who's sitting there, and he's painted as well. He's the only one, maybe not the only one. Beside him, there is this girl. There is this daughter of his, that the painter needs the daughter for the final act, because this painting, in fact, is not only making the guard, is also making the girl the center of the picture, and the girl is joyously jumping on the table in the middle of the scene, how you call it. There's middle of the scene. Everybody is enjoying also, because there is some buffet, there's some food they brought. There's a king, there's a palace, there's a scene, there's a painting scene. There's also a great table with food. So the girl is jumping on this table. So when I see my friend Ron Van Dyke one day, years ago, online talking to the camera, I found him in the picture that was painted 400 years ago, so almost, yeah. And in the picture, he's just one of the guards. He has maybe some uniforms or a hat or something, or he doesn't. He has the same beard. He's just looking the same, and his daughter is blonde and beautiful, and she's jumping along the table. He's just flying on the table. So when I meet him, I meet a fan, and I know that he's capable to draw spiritual imagery from this activity and from the painting, possibly. But that's what the great enjoyment of the fans that are not buyers. They just copy into the imagery. Sometimes they like the atmosphere, because the atmosphere in the painting studio can be quite fun. So yeah, so this I say together, eventually a summary, that the ability to transform oneself, also to transform this earth, the earth, is dependent on our ability to create imagery in the fifth dimension. And that the ability to transfer imagery from different, how you call it, dimension, if it's an imagery of it's a box or an egg or a picture of somebody or feelings, and if you develop it to the fifth dimension, then you can share imagery in fifth dimension. So this video name, if I can upload it now, will be creating imagery in fifth dimension for the new earth, of the new earth. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching me again. My name is Yosan Pedro. Hasta luego.